Welcome to hyperCAD S. This video will describe the creation of surfaces using the commands in the Shapes menu. We'll start with the plane, which creates a plane using an entity, 3 points, with a typical direction and origin options. The size and rotation can be dragged or typed, or you can align the face with an existing entity. The free size option gives handles at each corner for dynamic sizing. The bounded plane command creates a plane from closed boundaries. If the boundaries are not planar, you'll get a warning message saying so. And you can use the average plane option to create a plane displaying the maximum distance between the plane and the boundaries. The linear sweep command creates an extrusion from the selected curves. The direction can be normal to the curves or specified with the direction options. The height can be dragged or typed. The side can be flipped by double-clicking on the height handle, or you can split the height equally on both sides of the curves. In normal mode, a draft angle can be specified, and the transition between the angled faces can be either rounded or sharp. The with faces option will create a bounded face at each end. The rotational command will rotate a shape around an axis. The axis is determined by direction and origin. The angles can be dragged or typed. The close sketch command will close the sketch to the axis of rotation. And if the angle is less than 360, you can add bases. The ruled command will create faces from 2 opposite curve sets. Each curve set must have the same number of entities. If you get a twisted surface, use the invert option to correct it. The length and parameter modes determine the directions of the ISO parameters of the new face. The help menu describes the difference between these 2 modes. From boundaries, we'll create a face from at least 2 and no more than 4 boundaries. The tolerance field will allow for small gaps between the boundaries to be ignored, and you can choose between smooth and curved styles. The filling command is used to fill gaps and holes between faces. When selecting the boundaries, it's critical to select a boundary from the face that you want the shape to follow. For example, if I select a boundary from the cone-shaped face here, I'll get an undesirable result. But if I select a boundary from the top face, I get a better result, even though it appears that I have selected the same boundaries. The close holes command will close openings within trimmed faces with new locally trimmed faces. The new faces will follow the exact shape of the original face. You can specify which layers to place the planar and non-planar results on, and you can choose to close planar open edges. The offset command will offset faces by a distance in their normal direction. The invert option will change the direction by selecting the face you wish to invert. And if multiple faces are selected, you can use the transitions options to create transitional faces between the new faces. And you have the option to delete the original faces if desired. Through sections creates faces from a set of support curves. These curves become the U direction ISO curves. The number of sections is displayed in the section counter. Fit mode creates a direct transition between sections, and smooth will smooth the transition with the specified tolerance. A long guide lets you sweep a contour along a guide curve. The 4 modes are described in the help menu, but you'll see the preview change with each mode. With face mode, you select reference faces for continuity and transition. The scale option will scale the size of one end, which could be inverted. And there's also a pipe option, which will sweep a pipe along a curve given a specified radius. The fillet command creates a face with a constant radius between two faces. Automatic trim will trim the faces to the radius. Extend will extend the radius to the face ends. And the tangential faces chain will extend the radius around all tangential faces. The chamfer command is similar, but you have options for a 45-degree chamfer at a distance, two different distances, or a distance at an angle. You have the same options for automatic trim, extend, and tangential faces as the fillet. The blending command creates a face between two faces with a tangential transition. Use weight to influence the shape by dragging the handles or typing the values in the dialog. If you get a twisted surface, use the invert option to correct it. Polygon mesh from faces will create a mesh out of faces in order to output an STL file. The tessellation tolerance controls the graphical representation, and max edge length controls the maximum length of the resulting triangles. As always, please refer to the help menu for more information. Thanks for watching.